My name is Rob Poston. I'm here today to talk to you about M&A transactions, and more importantly, the M&A transactions that would benefit a company looking to expand overseas. Now, in my thought process of thinking of M&A transactions, the first thing that came to my mind was the transactions that would be beneficial to the healthcare industry. Not specifically just the healthcare industry, but a major component of that industry being biotechnology. There are a lot of different technologies out there that can be beneficial not only to us Americans right now, but that would further benefit people all across the world with expansion into countries like in Europe or all over Southeast Asia or anywhere in the world. So, in thinking of these M&A transactions, I have defined the industry that I want being the healthcare industry. I've defined the component in that industry mainly being biotechnology, but also consisting of some pharmaceuticals and other chemicals, any industry that eventually will be beneficial. And in researching those and thinking of possible ways to expand overseas, I thought of a few locations, but the two locations that came to my mind the most, that had the most benefit, were those of France and Spain. And the reason that I believe that these two countries have the most benefit are behind the idea that the Atlantic Ocean is on one side and the Mediterranean Sea is on the other. They provide these two countries with a vast amount of ways to gain technologies and expand their technologies once they have created them. They can not only import different technologies to help their companies while they're there, but they can also export or expand further and not limit themselves to just those two countries, but go into Europe, go into Africa, they can go into Asia. They have a vast amount of places that they can go to with these technologies. And knowing that they have this location that they can expand these technologies brings me to my next point, that the most important thing after deciding on a location is what your company is going to do, the benefits the company is going to bring into that region. And the field that I feel in my database is most beneficial is the technology gain field. When I started this project, I thought to myself of, not in money terms, not how these transactions are just creating money in the pocket through business, but in a more of a broader sense of how they're actually helping others and not just their wallets. So I thought of this field of technology gained, whether that be through production or through research or manufacturing or development. The technologies in the pharmaceutical world, the biotechnology world, these companies that are expanding, they are creating new jobs and new machines for people that benefit from these, all through this technology gain field, where they can do research on things such as cancer, detection systems for cancer. They can produce vaccines for liver disease. These countries have a huge benefit to not only the people here in America, the people there in France and Spain, but they can provide a huge benefit to those around the world. They have the exporting resources at hand, and they can do that. So with these industries, the healthcare industry being the one that I chose, I figured that my database should be obviously navigable, but it should show the possibilities of expansion and the great opportunities there would be for companies in this healthcare industry that provide so many technologies that benefit so many people. They provide, just like I said, manufacturing for medications. They provide, the equipment needed to make these technologies happen and make these treatments happen and let these machines run for their research. And it would just be extremely beneficial for a company to look at this database and recognize the locations in which their industry, their sub-industry, mid-industry would be best beneficial to everyone around them and could produce the best results, not just in monetary value, but in health standard value, and just benefiting the people of the world. These industries are needed not just for our use, but for everyone's use. So the purpose of my creating this database was for these transactions to show a company that there's room for expansion, and that expansion doesn't just have to stop with this only one. It can expand to Europe, and then it can expand further where it can help others, and that it's never ending, that the possibilities of helping others through this technology and not just giving a company a reason because of monetary value. The monetary value will come through the technologies given and the results from that these technologies produce in their research and in their detection systems and in their manufacturing. The revenue will come, but the benefit for the people is far greater. And I just wanted to express this and say that I really appreciate you listening to my presentation on transactions, and I hope that these transactions could further benefit you in deciding on what are the main components in thinking of expanding, and if you're in the healthcare industry, what those sub-industries are and how you want to use them. Do you want to use them for research purposes, or do you want to use them for manufacturing purposes? And if so, then you're going to need to be in a location where it's easily import-export. And so I hope I provided you with some valuable information through my database on the technologies that can be gained in the healthcare industry, and the purpose behind those technologies, and the positive effects they have through their cancer detection systems, and the research of bone diseases, and all sorts of different aspects in the healthcare world that can extremely benefit all people. Thank you.